It's amazing to be here again. 2 years off, so 3 years since we've been to this amazing conference, participate in this ecosystem. The energy here in terms of when we're able to communicate to doctors and other people working in lung health, communicate to them what it is we're doing, the development of our technology, how it's rolling out. The feedback we get on that is incredibly exciting. Firstly, it's great to hear folks so excited and so keen to have access to what it is that we're doing. But also when we get feedback in terms of what they'd like to see in the next version, the next product, that information is incredibly invaluable and gets directly input into the pipeline of our products. The ATS have built an incredible ecosystem of, through, for example, the Innovation Summit, pharmaceutical companies, other members of industry such as imaging and devices like ourselves, investors, and of course the researchers, doctors and patients. They're all core to the ATS ecosystem. And those folks really know what it is. They're working at the coalface, or they are the coalface of what's happening. That information, that knowledge of what's going on is the ecosystem in which 4DMedical lives and breathes. And so being part of that, wanting to get all of that information, get all of that energy, but also to give back to it, to participate in it and grow our roots in that ecosystem, that's an incredible advantage to 4DMedical. There are, in fact, a lot of companies out there that are really more directly connected, through their technology space, such as, for example, imaging technology companies that live directly and wholly in the ecosystem of radiology, don't get to see the information that we get to see here. We get to learn from doctors and patients who are day in, day out working with folks with lung disease or living with that lung disease. We get to see that information. We get to understand how we should steer the company so that we can deliver something that's needed. So more than 10,000 lung doctors and allied healthcare professionals at this conference this year. Opportunity to talk to 10,000 people at a time in terms of this is what the 4DMedical offering is, this is our value proposition, hearing that feedback, how incredibly excited they are about what we're doing, energizing for me, and I think is really fantastic news for all of our investors. We've been able to share from a very tightly controlled scientific perspective through our scientific posters just exactly what that scientific capability of 4DMedical's technology is. It's incredibly impressive. Technology is working well out there in those very tightly controlled, difficult scientific research space, and we're able to present those results to our scientific peers and get really excellent feedback on what the technology is capable of. It's really been the highlight. However, also just had a guru bar where we're talking to people who are deeply connected to the lung transplant space. That's something that the company, it's important to 4DMedical, it's important to me personally, and really been an emotional or personal highlight for me just there. Our partnership with Lung Transplant Foundation in the United States is incredibly important to me personally, it's incredibly important to 4DMedical, and in fact, the whole relationship began at ATS 4 years ago. I had the privilege of meeting Jeff Goldstein himself, the founder of Lung Transplant Foundation. We immediately built a connection, built a relationship, and the foundation and 4DMedical have been working together since that moment. To come the full circle and be back here presenting side by side with Lung Transplant Foundation, talking about the Jeff Goldstein Better program is intensely fulfilling for me and is really showing the capability of what 4DMedical can do. The lives that we can touch include, of course, those thousands of folks around the world living extra life as a result of transplant.
4DMedical, the future of lung health.